Ladies and gents, Facebook, YouTube, welcome to ES After Dark, where we always talk everything wave-related in your past week. I'm your host, KadoTV. Tonight is different. This is just a short live. This is definitely just a talk session that we're about to have. Y'all pull up. I see my comments is working. I needed to make sure my comments is working. This is just to double test what we got going on this weekend. Big weekend coming up. We passed another milestone just after yesterday's live. We pulled up. Yesterday was dope. Shout out to everybody that came out yesterday. Y'all seen the thumbnail. And for the ones that missed out on it, I got to let y'all know, y'all opened Pandora's box. Now there's no closing it now. Y'all the ones that opened up Pandora's box. There's no closing it. I see y'all talking about top 50. And I said, let's go big or go home. Let's go big or go home. The bot has entered the building. Let's go. I see Mike, but not entered the building. Aim or not. No hard feelings, fam. No hard feelings. We talking top 100. And I'm talking to all the teams out there. No hard feelings to nobody that might feel snubbed. Nobody might. This is just a preview. We just getting warmed up. This is not the official list. I just wanted to go live on a short live just to have a little short talk session just to let y'all know that there will be a series loading. There's going to be a series loading where we will be doing our top 100 patterns of all time. It's officially going down. Again, y'all open Pandora's box. There's no closing it now. I got a whole video series coming up. I technically got my 100 locked in right here, right now. I got a 100 written down for y'all. I might run through that just to give y'all some names and throw some names out there. I got my whole 100 in a clip right here, right now. And these are just names. Again, I still got to go look up some other things. I got to go to TikTok. I got to go to Instagram. I even got to look around in these YouTube streets and see what's going down. Check your DMs. All right, I got you once I get off this live. I got you, Lish Lord. I got you. Wolfpack, you already know, stand up. Man, top 100, that's tough, but I definitely should be in there if I'm betting on myself. That's what we talking about. That's what I'm saying. Bet on yourself. Now, even with the list, full disclaimer, even with the top 100 that I'm putting together, I kept it such a stack, I'm not even on that list. I'm keeping it a whole 100. I'm not even on the list. I got the whole 100 right here, right now, and you know who named not on that list? KadoTV is not on that list. That's how much of a stack I'm keeping this list. We gonna make sure we lock that in like that, just to let y'all know right out the gate. I'm gonna let you know who ain't on it. The host of that video series, just to let y'all know, just full disclaimer. Wait, man, what's good? Full disclaimer, we gotta let y'all know and put that out there right out the gate, just so y'all know it ain't no fluky shit. I'm looking through the wavy streets. I'm looking through the crates. I'm looking through everything that I could look at. And again, I got names provided for y'all. So just in case y'all might want to put your own personal list together, I might be able to help y'all out and bring some things to, bring some things to light. And of course, Mr. Drip Damone Jr. just entered the building. Hey, yo, y'all go subscribe to my boy, Drip Damone Jr., Player Circle Podcast, where they don't fit a motherfucking square into a circle. Let's go, Drip. Had to make sure I said that right. To make sure I got that right. Y'all go holla at my boy Drip. Holla at the channel. Support the vibes. Support the channel. Things are going down. We making major moves on these YouTube streets. Hey, man, we making major moves in these YouTube streets. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. When we pull up for Around the Crown, I just realized it's literally, we doing a YouTube collab venue. I mean, it's always been that way, but now we looking at the light come everything. We really getting down with some YouTube collab. Now, this is what we supposed to be doing in the Wave community, chat. We collab. We support. We support the other channels. As you can see, they pull up in the chat. Y'all pull up, do the damn thing. All right, we talking top 100. And I ain't gonna lie, I almost want to blame Drip for this. There's a few people I want to blame for this. First off, let's get this out the way. First, I want to blame Drip just for helping the Pandora's box stay open. I want to blame Nick Cole for pulling up and talking about the top 10 worst waivers. We definitely getting that out the way. The top 10 worst waivers, I'm gonna need help with that. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here. I need to ask y'all feedback on that because we definitely got that loading. And then I saw the top 50 talk. I seen N2 talk about it. And then I looked in the crates and said, hold up. Let me think about this. Let's see if we can go bigger than this. Let's go top 100 patterns of all time. Let's write this down. Let's write this down. And I got 100 lists right here for y'all. And I got some notables that I want to show y'all tonight with this quick short talk session about the top 100 patterns of all time. And this is just a warm up. Yeah, I seen the thumbnail. For the ones that missed out on the thumbnail, just to let y'all know, the thumbnail is real. For the ones that missed out on the thumbnail, we talking top 100 preview. Now, this is in no particular order, so the numbers that you might see, these will not be the finalized numbers. These are just numbers we're throwing out there for the thumbnail just to let y'all know this is a real deal work in progress. Where we talking about the top 100 preview, and I couldn't display who we got up here because we got some notables. We got some notables. For the ones that know the work in the community, y'all know what some of these waivers might actually look like and what they actually doing. But hey, look, Drip, is actually Mike finna get another ring or not? Here we go. Here we go. And you know we talk competitive as well. And then not to mention, I already see down the line, over the horizon, we also will have a top 50 battle waivers of all time. So don't get it twisted. Again, Pandora's box is open. We got a lot of lists that's coming up. We got our top 100 patterns. We got our top 10 worst patterns of all time. We got our top 50 battle waivers of all time. That's actually coming up. All of these things are coming up, and we need this content. I think the wavy community was yearning for this kind of content. And again, it's going to change from year to year. So just know that this is going to be a big thing. It's not a big deal. It's going to change year to year. It's not going to be nothing that's set in stone. It's not going to be nothing that's set in stone. We're just going to have everything. Jazzy Jeff, what's good? I see you. It's not going to be set in stone. And guess who stepped in? The champ is here, the biggest bully in the motherfucking building. Cito Corleone, 540 Cito. Hey, she got her list dropping for Hall of Fame. Y'all subscribe to her channel as well. And when we pull up for Around the Crown, again, we got collabs all over the place. We got collabs from Driftamone Jr. We got collabs from 540 Cito. Subscribe to her channel. The list is on the way. She's got her list. She's got her Hall of Fame list. That's loading. And of course, we talking tonight, we just talking top 100. Top 100 patterns of all time. Now, I looked at the list. I double checked. I looked at everything. And I love the list that we talking about when we talking about lists. But chat, I gotta know something from y'all in the chat right now. We got the bullies in here. Now that we got the bullies in here, let's talk about this top 10 worst patterns of all time. Now, if there's two criteria that we got to stand on right now, what are the two biggest criteria that we're going to stand on when we talking about the worst patterns of all time? Because don't get me wrong, chat. I could go to Africa right now. I can pull up and go to Africa, and I can pull up a bunch of motherfuckers that's just atrocious. I could go to the African community, bruh, and go grab those waivers from over there, and they're just atrocious. Now, some of them are good. Don't get me wrong, chat. We need a little bit more criteria on the worst patterns of all time, because I think that video might be a banger. We talking 10 of the worst patterns you ever seen. We gotta have a criteria for what would be considered the worst patterns of all time. Because I can guess a few. Hey, no crown. Your sides, your top progress, back waves look like scrambled eggs, and it stayed like scrambled eggs no matter how long you've been brushing. What we really talking? Lack of definition? Forks everywhere? What we really talk? We talking fork count? Like we could actually go in the opposite direction from waivers that battle. Look, we look at fork count. If you got a shitload of forks, look, you might be up in there. Travis Hinton better be on that list. Sheesh. Travis, don't worry about this. I feel y'all might catch some strays. Do not get offended. We just talking about it. I made the list twice. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how. Breezy on that list. Wow, okay, here we go. Okay, I'm starting to figure out what the criteria is looking at. I'm already seeing what the criteria is looking at. Look at Kato try to say motherfuckers, hey, look, we ain't even we just warming up with the list. I mean, I'm looking for the criteria right now, and I just see a bunch of strays being thrown. This is what I get when I ask the bullies to chime in, right? This is what I get when I ask the bullies to chime in. They just start sniping. And this is why y'all bullies, y'all really start sniping about who y'all don't like, who gonna make the list. We talking worse waivers or worse patterns. Let's talk worse patterns. Now, we could talk worse waivers. I mean, come on. I mean, worse waivers. I mean, that criteria might get a little bit in depth, but we talking worse patterns or worse waivers. It's up to y'all. Y'all can't lie. That Mr. Wave Man guy is in this motherfucker. He's that guy. He's that guy. He's that guy. And that's what I'm trying to know. What's the difference? I mean, what are we really talking? We talking worse waiver, worse pattern. I think those are correlated. I think those run hand in hand. I mean, I think if you got the worst pattern, you got to be one of the worst motherfuckers with the brush in your hand. That's somebody you don't want to be around with the brush in your hand. I mean, if you brush around them, they're going to just non-motivate. You're not going to get motivated. Might make you want to scout. That's why I'm about to scout soon, looking at so many of these bums out here. But that's a different story. I'm just sitting here looking for the criteria. What the criteria going to be looking like? We looking for the worst waivers. And again, we talking Forks. We talking Crown. You better not scalp again. I'm about to. I'm itching. The scout bug is out here in these summer streets. And when I'm hitting these gyms and I'm hitting the track, bruh, I be sweating like a slave, bruh. I can't be doing washing styles every day. I'm about to just scalp it and just get it done. I'm about to just get it done. It might even be televised. I don't know. It might be televised. We'll see about it. We'll see about it. You scalp, I'm retiring. Here we go. I might be stuck. I might be stuck. I might try to see what happens after Monster Mash. I might try to sneak out the back door. Let me see. I'm gonna double check on that. All right, chat, check this shit out. We got our people pulling up. And again, this is just a short session for the night. So if you brushing, sit me to the side real quick. Continue your brush session. Again, we talking top 100. This is big news for the Wave game. Because if you've not been paying attention to the streets, Pandora's box has opened. And shout out to the people that subscribe. We passed another milestone. Last night we was at 1320. Now we at 1330. Shout out to people that subscribe and pull up. I see you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We got Hall of Fame coming up this weekend. And being that we got Hall of Fame coming up this weekend, it's only right that we set the table with the top 100 patterns of all time preview. Now, a few of the names, again, I got my 100 right here written down already. I may leak some details, but some of the waivers I'm gonna bring up tonight, I'm gonna just introduce some waivers tonight. And then after we do that, we're gonna talk about some notables that might help some of y'all with y'all lists and help some of y'all build up, because I started sitting here looking around. I heard the feedback from some of the waivers, right? And if you're looking at waivers that you want to talk about, some of y'all might have been in the game for 4 years, 5 years. But I realize if you talk about the waivers in the time that you've been here, you ain't going to get no further than 5 years. And I got to be honest, there's a lot of good waivers outside of that 5-year gap where if you missed out on those, you missed out on some important talent. With that said, you're going to kind of nerf your all-time list, respectfully. Now, if we was talking maybe the top 10 waivers from 2000 to 2010 or 2010 to 2015 or 2015 to 2025, now we talking generations. But y'all know what I had to do. I had to go dig in the crates. I had to go find some waivers. And when I went digging in the crates, I think we found some waivers that we could come to understand, and maybe I can introduce some of y'all to some of the waivers that y'all might not know. Let's start right out the gate. Let's start with waivers like a Norris. Let's start there. For the ones that don't know, Norris Williams, I mean, he served time in the military, and you know, he was back and forth in and out the game, but he's had his runs. For the ones that never heard of him, just know tonight you hurt them. It's going to be some feelings that get hurt, but check this out. I love this list because this is the kind of list I get to hurt feelings because like a wise waiver once told me, when we talking patterns, we talking undeniable. You could get in or out your feelings. We talking undeniable when we talking top 100 patterns of all time. And I think we might be in the right direction. So one of the waivers bringing up a Norris for the ones that didn't understand. Crown game, as you can see, damn near flawless connects in the top shot. I mean, what more did you need? The brush work don't lie. This is what we talking about when undeniable, in no specific order. Once I look at all the body of work of all 100 waivers, I can start to place these waivers properly, and then we're going to start to roll out the list. But Norris was one waiver that we talked about. Never heard of him, but he got your texture. Yeah, you see the texture. Now, some of the free war waivers, don't get pissed off. There's going to be some Corsair waivers in here. Corsair waivers, don't get pissed off. Y'all going to see some free world activity. Don't get me wrong. And again, there's a uniqueness with both patterns, both textures. Don't worry about it. Now we're going to continue down the line. We're talking to Norris. Course game, we talking butter. Corsair waivers, stand the fuck up. We talking butter. Now, some of y'all might not even realize this is an IG waiver right here. Some of y'all might get it twisted when we talking about one of the dopest patterns of all time. I'm gonna have to say respectfully, butter will be on this top 100 list in no specific order. Just understand that in no specific order, we gonna have butter on this list. Repping those 360s, repping that beehive though. And we definitely got more coming up on a Sunday. Lego Reese, we just talking top 100 patterns of all time. This is just a preview. We had a Norris on deck first. We got butter on deck. Shout out to the IG waivers. You know who you are. They set the tone in this community as well. This is what y'all gotta understand. Be very clear. IG waivers set the tone on the book, off the book, on TikTok, even on Instagram itself. And definitely when we talk about waivers like this, we talk about the IG waivers that definitely move the needle in the community. And if not, they would not be on this list. So here they are. Butter, IG, Corsair, 360, repping the 360s. He's definitely going to be on this 100. Might even be in the top 20. He might even pull up and be in the top 20. All right, now this is a forum waiver. Let's go. I'm going to go a little bit back further in the time and go with the forum waivers. Said Clark. Now, again, some of the waivers that, again, they didn't really know how to really take picks back in this time. So if you even knew how to take picks in a forum era, you was technically doing something. Corsair King, pull up and talk. Speaking of Corsair, what's good? We got Corsair love. We got Corsair in the top 100. They all through the top 100. This is all I'm trying to tell you. Here, I seen better. We talking top 100. We talking top 100. We not talking top 10 now. We not talking top 20. We not talking top 50. This might be in the top, you know what I mean, top 70 respectfully when we talking that beehive. When we talking the Corsair. I definitely could see him in the top 100. We still making audits. But I get names thrown at me and we got to talk about what's really going on. And we talking about the patterns. Now this is not final. I still got to go to IG. I still got to go to TikTok. I still got to go to YouTube. Some of these waivers will be moved off this list for some of those waivers. So when the fuck you go live on Sundays? Hey, we just setting the tone before we get Around the Crown back. Once Hall of Fame is done, we're gonna be back on Around the Crown time on Sunday. And I just decided to set the table, have a quick talk session, and we gonna pull up. TikTok, by God, I heard there's some talent. But now I heard there's some talent. Now somebody might be lying. I'm hearing a group of people saying there's no talent over there. Then I'm hearing another group of people saying, yo, it's people that's dipping over there. You got to check out TikTok. So I got to go see for myself. I gotta go check it out and see what's good. Said Clark. Again, these are just notables. I'm just throwing some names out there. Next waiver. Javion Copeland. This is one of our young bulls from ES, one of our original young gunners. Now, I don't know where he at right now. At the time when he took this, he was maybe about 12, 13. Looking at the year, he definitely a grown man at this point. He probably 18, 19. But this is one of our first young gunners that actually helped launch the young gunner category. I mean, and our young boy was brushing. I mean, I think I met Javion when he was like 12, 13. He like, yo, I'm brushing. Then he pull up to the pages. And then this is the activity. This young boy been consistent with it. Again, some might not know him, but if he was around during the times, you'll recognize the name. Javion Copeland, one of the young gunners. Definitely that I feel that might deserve a nod in this top 100. I had to look out for the young gunners on this shit, because we definitely had some young gunners come along throughout the years, and they move the needle. They get their titles, they run it up, they get their crown game together, connecting. And again, I know it's the kind of talent that y'all will appreciate even in today's era, because that's what we're looking at. Like, for the waivers of today, y'all know what good waves look like. Y'all know what talent looks like. I know y'all know this. So even when you look at some of the waivers from back in the day, if you see the talent, you'll understand what the talent look like, and you'll be like, you know what? Yeah. Brushing at that age is different. You feel me? He was 13, like, look, bro, I got suspended because my mom caught me brushing in school, and then I got detention, then I got suspended. I'm hearing stories like that from Javion, bro. He went from detention to suspension to grounded because he brushing too damn much. Now we had to make sure we get him. Hey, look, worry about them books, bro. Leave them brushes alone. Them brushes gonna be there, bruh. But this is that kind of dedication that we was talking about with Javion. Shout out to Javion. And hey, look, you might have a nod at this top 100. Who else we got on deck? Next waiver on deck. Who we got? Oh, God. All right, who we got? Free World. Free World waivers. Where you at? For the ones that don't know and never heard of the team One Wave Nation, or as they call it, the Nation, then quiet as kept, you probably never heard of a waiver named J Torres. And again, when we talk about the talent level, this is free world activity we looking at right now. Kind of some of the waivers that set the plane for the free world waivers to do what they do best. We got to talk about waivers like J Torres. I mean, this is just a must. And when we talk about connects, we talk about pattern. We talk about the brushwork. Crown game, check. Connects, check. Titles locked in, titles attached. Again, free world activity before it became set tripping categories where we was talking about free world, chorus hair. This is what we was talking about when we was looking down the line, going back in the day, looking at the free world waivers that actually, set the table. J Torres, again, one of the members from One Wave Nation. If you know, you know. Be wise, I'm sure he knows this waiver. Definitely might find himself a spot in the top 100 patterns of all time. Reppin' free world. Next waiver, who we got? Let's go. Capiche the Barber. Now, we talking crown. We talking everything that we talking about. And our free world waivers are chiming in. I'm with Cito. I've seen better. This is what I love. Free world waivers. Stay with me. Free world waivers. Stay with me. Honestly, yeah, they need to stop. That's what I'm saying. They need to stop. We in this together. We all moving the brush together. Juan Diaz and John Yao has the best free world crowns and patterns of all time. Talk to him. I definitely got those written down. Those are names that we got notable for our free world guys. And when we talk about waivers like Capiche the Barber, I had to put this waiver out there because before everybody started stealing waves and doing this, before they seen Wavy Long Wade drop the swirl crown, This was a swirl crown that people were stealing from all over the internet. They was trying to get this. How do we get the swirl crown down? This was a pattern that I constantly kept seeing come up from IG to the book to stealing waves. And we just got to put that out there as a nod, just where the lore and all of that came from. We just throwing out there light work. 2 forks in a crown and they was stealing it is wild. It's diabolical work. But at the time it was motivation. So at the time, the motivation, this is all I'm talking about. I'm just trying to walk the path. I'm walking the path. We taking a little history run down the path about where a lot of this shit came from. Cito, this is that 2014 IG layout. Let him make it. That's all I'm saying. Let him make it. Cito, hey yo, Cito, matter of fact, check this shit out. Hey yo, Cito, man, last time I checked, 2014, what, you had dreads or something? And you had braids or something? Hey, look, I bet you had one of those fuckboy froze in 2014, and I bet you thought you was killing it. Hey, I had locks. See, God. This nigga, oh my God, this nigga was on the dark side. Look at the disrespect on the dark side. She over here wolfing for 200 weeks while niggas is in the gym throwing up 200 shots with the brush. Oh my God, the disrespect. This is the disrespect I'm talking about. While they in the gym, she wolfing for 200 weeks, not even doing nothing. That's crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The love is just the love. I gotta love it. Cause right now, hey, she number one now. She knows what it feels like to be on this side, to put the work in. And we talked about the comparison with dreads and waves, the maintenance, the work you gotta put in. Cito had locks. All right, I'm glad we're going to host it. I'm like, just don't make sure if I ever find a picture with you, send me a picture with you in your locks, matter of fact. Now I'm on your ass. I want to see what them locks look like. Now I want a quality check on those locks, matter of fact. Fuck you mean. I want to see a quality check and they better be numero uno level. Now we going to compare some shit. Now we going to talk some shit. They better be numero uno level. I want to see them goddamn dreads. They better be clean. They better be numero uno. They better match the waves you got right now. I'm on your ass. All right. We just walked through. We just cut them again. IG 2014, stall him out. Next waiver up. All right, we got Larry. Next waiver up, we got Larry. For the ones that know, this is from the EK. This is from the EK faction. We went in the EK archives. I'm back in the EK archives, looking around. I'm browsing. I'm looking. We're looking at the EK archives. I said, let me see some of the top waivers during the EK era. Now, were they good at pictures? Debatable. Were they good enough where you could see the pattern and you could see the activity? I think that checks out. When you see the pattern, when you see everything working how it works, I think this checks out. For the ones that don't know, Larry Williams gets it popping in them EK streets. And then just to show y'all, again, we in the EK archives. And his shit look like it's AI. That's how good it look. We talking 2012. This is 2012 vibes, Reese. Straight out the EK archives, 2012 vibes. Before the AI was even AIing. This is before the AI was AIing. Ropes. That's all I'm gonna say. They got them ropes. This is Larry again, potentially. During that era, definitely debatable as one of the best patterns you might have seen in the EK era. And I believe personally that this level of pattern talent could possibly compete with today's talent. This is going to be a heavy bar that we got to talk about. Just to be very clear now, the two got to match, right? Two can't be, you know, the ones in the EK era, they got to be able to compete with today. That's going to be a big bar on my top 100. The top 100 is going to be important to that magnitude. If we got a waiver from that time, no matter how far the generations go back, they got to be able to compete today. And looking at certain talent like this, I believe that talent like this will be able to compete in today's time. Whether it's campaigning, Torino Kingin, Wave Builder, he already got those. I believe that a pattern like this could possibly compete today. This is Larry Williams. Let's go to the next waiver. Let's keep it moving down the line. We're just talking notables. This is one of the ladies. For the ones that don't know him, Tierra Reyes. If you never heard of her, maybe you could put her name in the search bar. You can probably get some more intel on that, crown shots and everything included. But when I was moving through the search bar, I said, let me just grab something. Let me just grab a pic. She got enough information out there. If y'all go look at it, Tierra Reyes. And she had a short moment on the pages. I think she joined the service a little bit after that. She was one of those waivers that actually did the wavy thing, did the battles, did the banner, did all the good stuff. And then I think she enlisted in the army. And next thing you know, she was in the ether. I think it's T-I-E-R-E, Tierra. T-I-E-R-E. Tierra Reyes. For the ones that don't know, walked right into some fire patterns. What I done missed. You right on time. You right on time. We just talking about notables, and we just bringing up some of the ladies that some people might have missed out on. She's got a good resume. She's in the search bar. We talking notables of the top 100. Tierra Reyes, crown game on point. Top shot flowing. You see the texture going. And for the ones that was here during the time she had her reign doing the thing, Tierra Reyes, potentially, again, potentially on the way of being in the top 100 patterns of all time. Let's go to the next waiver. Let's get this shit done. We coming down the line. Foreign waivers. Let's go foreign waivers. Let's go foreign waivers. All right, let's go foreign waivers. Now, during the time of foreign waivers, where again, back in that time, niggas barely had their crown together. They barely had connects together. They barely had definition, depth. They barely had any of these things. If you was to have 2 or 3 of those things, you was considered elite. Now, granted, they probably couldn't able to do no 4 ways. They probably would get flooded on the 4 ways. But at this time, the definition, check. Connects, okay. But during that time in the forums, this was top shelf. This was top shelf. Definitely a Murray specialty. This is definitely a Murray specialties. Definitely a Murray specialty. Regardless what the texture and the pattern look like, definitely a Murray's specialty, AKA OMM, AKA Oh My Mama. His name was Ohm. Straight from the forums. Everybody talked about him. If you was on the forums, if you know, you know. He still might even be up there in the archives. Potentially could possibly have a spot, hey, maybe in the top 80, top 90. Who knows? That's how good the game has progressed, even with the goo gobs. Next waiver down the line. Let's go with the next waiver. All right, now this is somebody had to pull out the archives. I know a lot of y'all don't know him, but he's definitely in the archives. My boy TJ. Some of y'all might not know TJ, but for the Corsair waivers, TJ was dipping. Now, he was one of those waivers. Let me tell y'all, chat. Back in the day, right? It wasn't about titles. It really wasn't about doing nothing. It was really about, let me show up on the block, right? And if I can get over 100 likes, 200 likes, I'm slapping. I'm elite. I'm valid. Back in the day, it was like the real flex was like, can I show up and get like 100, 200 likes? If you could show up and get 100, 200 likes, that was the flex. That was your title at the time. This is how crazy it was. That's how crazy, how wild the game really got and elevated. Like, It wasn't even about the titles. He would post, and when he would post kill shot level. And then when he would leave, he just would leave with like 200, 150 likes. When even niggas couldn't even get 100, he would have 150, 200. He would post and then he would leave, and that was the flex. And then he would disappear into the ether. We'd be like, damn, where boy went? Okay, that Reyes girl was super valid. That's what I'm saying, Shito. I'm in the crates. We in the crates. We in the crates at this point. So we just trying to help and formulate some people that's trying to get the list to 50. For people that trying to get the list to 100, we got some names out there. We got some good names. They got a good body of work. They right in the search bar. Hey, Manat, I was an orange can junkie, but that black sporting waves was just as thick as a pomade. Trust me, that metal tin can was crazy. Hey, I already know how that Murray's get down. But this my boy TJ. You can check the search bar, whether it's on EK or ES. TJ is actually out there. I bumped some of that stuff for y'all. Good shit, good shit, good shit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We got the archives. Y'all go in, get right, get familiar. And now we getting to the point, now we using the search bar properly. See, some of y'all niggas that been in the game 2-3 years, some of y'all niggas still don't even know how to use a search bar. Y'all don't know how to be like, all right, let me try to put in some certain keywords. Let me throw some things around. This is why I'm here to deliver y'all names, because this is going to help get the search bar a little bit. Get y'all education on the search bar where you need to go. Because some of y'all niggas ain't even know. Some of y'all dumb as hell in that search bar. I ain't going to hold you. Some of y'all, I ain't going to say no names. Some of y'all niggas dumb as hell in that search bar. I ain't going to say no names, but this is TJ. Again, all you got to do is put TJ in the search bar. It's simple. Letter T, letter J, hit enter, and then go crazy. Props to TJ, my boy out here. He's still wavy. Next one up. For the ones that don't know, next one up. I mean, now, if you don't know who this is, you might not be familiar with the royal flush, the royal sweep, everything under the sun, the pattern. For y'all that don't know him, he go by the name of Sam. For the ones that know him, he go by Blaylock. Sam Blaylock locked in. For the ones that don't know, if y'all seen the run. And again, like I always look at certain patterns where you might not see this texture or kind of pattern for a good 5-10 years. I think this story checks out for a waiver like Slam, but we've never seen a waiver at this magnitude with this pattern, texture. I don't know. It's been about a good 5 to 10. That's all I'm going to say. It's certain patterns that come around, chat, that you see them, and then when you don't see them, you kind of really never see them again. You don't see the twin version unless they actually come back and they show what they looking like. Damn, he was the freest to the world of the freest to the world. From the crown down. And again, he also had some time on IG. He also had a stint on IG. So if you was on IG during the time he was there, you might have came across some of his work. If he was on the pages during that time, you seen the work, you seen the body of work. This is what we was talking about. Oh yeah, best believe, hit the like button. If you don't hit that like button now, hit the like button on your way out. Do so kindly. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We moving the fucking culture. That's Sam Blaylock. Yes, that's Sam Blaylock. Phil Dixon, what's good? We talking top 100 notables. This is just a preview. Now, before we end the show, I'm going to run some names down. I'm going to try to get through the whole 100, but I got a list written down right now. It may change. I still got to look at other platforms. I got to look at IG, TikTok, YouTube. We still got to go around. But from the crates that I looked up, I think I was able to pull out 100 names in a clip. We're going to run some of those names down before we get up out of here. But these are some of the notables. Sam Blaylock. Definitely I could see this pattern in the top 20. This is easy. This pattern is easily going in my top 20. Hands down. Don't care. This pattern right here is definitely going in. That's a top 100. That's a top 100. He's in the top 100. Where we going to lock him in at? I don't know. We've seen a lot of patterns like his. Let's not get it twisted. He's good. He's good. But like y'all said earlier, I think I've seen better. I think I've seen a little bit better. He's good. He's definitely top 100. But over, would I put him over Sam Blay in the top 20? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. That's not happening. Sam Blay, top 10, maybe even top 20, but easily in that range. I got to find out what he line up. Let's go to the next waiver. I think we damn near at the end of the list. Let's go. Now, for the ones that don't know, his name was brought up a few times and people didn't understand. People didn't know what was going on. People was like, who's this guy? Who's that? I can't remember his name. He had the counter clock. Sam Blaylock top 20 and not EY3. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He might be in your top 20. That's okay. He might be in your top. That's okay. I can guarantee you I know 20 waivers that are better. That's not cap. It's not cap. Like, I could go 12 people out of 12 rounds. Sam, that's 13. You just got 7 more spots. I mean, what we talking? Top 20 gonna be fierce, bro. Top 20 not gonna be crazy. I got this waiver over EY3. I got Lex. What? Look, bro, no cap, but look. No knock to EY3, bro. EY3 is a top, I would put him in that top 20th percentile of the top 100. But like I said, if I go across the Hall of Fame alone, 12 rounds, Ocean's 11, District 9, I might have my 20 right there if I'm being lazy about it. But if I'm looking in the crates, I'm going with Lex Hollywood, chat. I'm going with Lex Hollywood, Cito. I'm going with Lex Hollywood. Fuck you, me. Fuck you, me. Matter of fact, all right, check this out. 12 rounds. Check this out. I'ma double check the crates. Because not for nothing, there's certain waivers that they just, they might give you one look. That's it. Crown game, debatable. Debatable for the texture. Crown game, I don't know. We talking crown game right now. We talking crown game, counterclockwise crown game. The flow. We talking all these things. And I got to do more research. I'm definitely going to do more research. This guy versus EY3 fam, I don't know. EY3 shit is hella dope. EY3 shit is dope. But, all right, to be honest, if we talking patterns and we talking textures, and we still talking waivers that kind of fit that level of pattern, because this is what I'm comparing. I'm comparing the pattern, the texture, and being that we talking beehive, we talking that level of pattern and all that. I'm not putting EY3 over HB3. That's not happening. That's the kind of category I'm putting EY3 in. I'm putting EY3 in that HB3 level category. That's a big category to be put in. That's a high order. To be in that category. So just like when I'm looking at these patterns, right? When I'm voting them, looking at them, I'm looking at who they might be compared to once you see them right off top. Once you see how they post, once you see how they take their shots, I start to look at the other waivers that take similar shots. And if they match the pattern, that's how you're going to be judged. You're going to be judged based on the same waiver that looks like you next to you. Now we talking HB3 now. Come on now. Let's not get out of ourselves now. Let's not get out of our pockets now. Now we talking Mr. 3 snaps. I mean, no. What we talking now? Y'all taking EY3 over 3 snaps? Now you talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all taking EY 3/3 snaps? Let me hear y'all in the chat now. This dude look like a Jeezy shot. This definitely looks like a Jeezy shot. That's what I'm saying. Now Cito is starting to understand what I'm doing. Now Cito is starting to figure out the formula that I got right now. See, Cito, you're figuring out the formula. We looking at the shots, right? You see, you thought it was G. You see what I'm saying? Now y'all starting to figure out my formula. We looking at the greats that already did it, right? We looking at all the greats that you could think of that are automatically be in the top 10. And now we looking at the talent in between the lines that might have remind you of some of the greats that we seen come down the line. And they doing their shots, they got their waves on point. And not only that, they taking the shots that is kind of putting that into perspective where they make you think about the other greats. Now y'all see where I'm going with my list. Achievement unlocked. This is what we going for with the top 100. Like, I'm going to look at the greats. That's going to be easy to look at. But now we're going to look at the greats. We're going to look outside of those greats. And now we're going to see what waivers that was sprinkled throughout the game that might have been able to fit a certain criteria close to these waivers, and look at that. And then we're going to start to decide where they might end up. So that's really where we're going with this. So that's the last waiver that I got for the notables. But I got 100 waivers written down right here, right now. And in no particular order. You see, we talked about a Norris, Tier, Lex, Lee Ahmed, Larry Williams, James Norman. Let's start there. I ain't even throw up James Norman. We not even starting with the greats that we seen Butter. Y'all seen that? On My Mama, y'all seen him. Wavy Longway, that's automatic. That's just a given. Javion Copeland, 360 Jeezy, Young Wavy, Sir Cruz, YouTube's own, Watley, Hall of Famer, Jay Torres, Ricardo Gomez. For the ones that never heard of Ricardo Gomez, Hurricane Gomez, look him up. Sam Blaylock, RG3, Rach, Ced Clark from the forums, Trey Taylor from the EK era. I mean, these are bangers. Alex Summers, #1 shark, I want to say for about 8 months. #1 shark, Alex Summers. I think he's starting to come back around the block. But this is just what we talking about with some talent that we going through the top 100. Gabrielle Perry, Mr. Back Waves Matter himself. Now, nobody was talking about back waves until Gabrielle Perry pulled up with the flawless back waves with the Back Waves Matter. Oh my God. Again, do your research. Hit the search bar, do your research. We talking about Ragged Up Reese. Again, names that you recently heard of, but you got to go look at his original work. You got to go look at the lives that he been doing. We talking about Ditto. I heard his name come up. GB. For the ones that don't know about how GB was moving, Capiche the Barber, y'all seen him earlier. TJ, y'all see my boy TJ. Waveman J. Now, when I'm talking about Waveman J, he's one of the new school waivers that, I mean, he's at the level where he's kind of set himself apart. He was #1 kill shot last year. I mean, the talent level. We talking a talent level. For his talent, we talk about Jabrion. We talk about waivers like Teresa Marrow. Vincent Joubert. If you never heard of Vince, you got to look up Vincent J. We talking about PB, Selly, Duty. We talking about that NE faction. They got legends over there. Of course, Cito's on this list. Look, Cito. And then again, this is in no specific order. I got Cito, Miko, Waldrina, Brett. I got Drip Damone Jr. I got Reef, Hisham, Nate, Nicole, AG, HB3, TC. Arguably one of the best 720 waivers you've ever seen. Ant Green, one of my mentors when I came in the game. Baldy, Breeze, Courtney, Henry, Elvin, Brandon, Triz, Renard, Coltrane with the 720s. I'm 60 waivers in right now. McKinley, Nick Wavy, Zay Wavy, EY3, Derek Uzi, Juan Ayala. I'm not sure I'm saying it right. Juan Ayala, Fuddy Mason, Eric Overwork, Sue Tim, Country Boy Waiver, Country Kang, Joe Celestin, Slow-Mo, And again, I got slow-mo on there, but don't be mad at me. Yes, I got Scotty on this list. Don't get mad at me. I got T. I got Kira. I got Manny. I got Naeem, Trez, Amani, Arlo, King Showtime, Black C, Ken Wavy, Chris Shorey, LaDavian, Eno, Nino, Title Terrence, one of our young bulls, Billy Double Dose. And we're going to go back to it. We're going to go back in the crates. YouTube Zone. Dat Boy Air Clean. If you never heard of Dat Boy Air Clean, you need to get right with Dat Boy Air Clean. The Booty Bandit. Don't do that. Don't do that. The Booty Bandit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look, we talking waves. We not talking extracurricular activities. Sheesh. We talking Dat Boy Air Clean. Cornelius Mason. I got Demo in my top 100 somewhere. Fuck you talking about? I got Shonda, LSP, Shannon Maurice, Ross Bryan. I got Chanel in my top 100 somewhere. Power Circle Will, Mr. Waveman, Willie Wilson. I got my top 100 wrapped in there somewhere. And again, that's 100 waivers I just ran down right now, right? And I still got to do some research because some of these waivers might come off the list. Some of these waivers that get pulled off the list and substitute for somebody else. And next thing you know, that's what we doing. He ruined waves at the point of the time. I mean, we talked about that. We're going to talk about, again, people were talking about stripping titles, especially Hall of Fame titles. We're definitely going to talk about that. We definitely have one on the docket that we got to talk about. But I'm a fight. I'm a fight to make sure we do right by some of our waivers. And yeah, that's the conversation that's coming up amongst Hall of Famers. Now, not the normies that's not on the Hall of Fame. I'm talking about people in the Hall of Fame. This is some of words on the campfire around people that's in the Hall of Fame. They like, look, we can't have that. We can't have that. We can't have that. Manat, Reese, me, Jeff, take Brett out of there. Look, again, this is not final. These are just, I'm throwing names out there to help other people build their 100. I'm building my 100 is not done because I already know I'm going to swap some names out. Once I look at everybody's work, it's going to take some time. I know once I look at the body of work, what y'all put out on the field is definitely going to count. Line y'all up next to the greats, and we're going to make our decision from there. But I could definitely see some of these names out there. Another name I didn't bring up, Fizz. For ones that don't know about Fizz, Fizz is another waiver that, like, look, bro, you put her up next to some of the greats, she might remind y'all of some of the greats. MRJ is made, bro. Relax. I'm headed to the A train to Harlem. Hey, look, so it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Look, it's all good. Look, y'all not forget it. We didn't forget about y'all. We didn't forget about y'all. Motherfucking Henny Remy. That's what I'm saying. We could go damn near 200 deep. To be honest with getting the top 100, we can literally go to 150, possibly 200, just to let y'all know how open the game is. To let y'all know how open this game is, we could definitely go high in the ranks to 150, maybe even 200 when we talk about the talent level. But again, y'all know my formula. I'm going to take these waivers. I'm going to line them up next to the greats. That's undeniable. They're going to make the list. They're undeniable. Once I see how they stack up against these greats, then we're going to rank them accordingly. I like where we're going with this top 100 ranking. Again, we got the top 100 patterns of all time coming up. We got the top 50 best battle waivers of all time list coming up. And we also have top 10 of the worst waivers we've ever seen. That list is going to be a banger versus all the other lists. I mean, we're going to piss some people off, but like, look, it's only 10 of y'all. That's not that bad. We're going to be showing the love and we're going to be spreading the love accordingly with the top 100, the top 50, but we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. Ty is not a top 100 pattern waiver, yes, but pattern, no. Respectfully. Oh, he got Brett. That's cat. That's cat, Babo. That's cat, Babo. I mean, I hope he don't hear about that because you're never going to be able to get rid of him after that. Ty had to catch a stray. Like, you see what I'm saying, Babo? This is why you got off on the wrong foot. You try to come at somebody else ended up catching the stray. We got to get up out of here at that point, though. At that point, though, Babo's already got this shit caught up. I already know Brett gonna get with you for that. He gonna see that. He gonna be like, hey, yo, I got to get with my guy, bro. I got to get with my guy, Babo. He out here coming at me, Ty catching strays over shit, bro. All right, we got to get up out of here. Shout out to everybody that came through tonight. We talked about the top 100. We talked about everything that went down. Again, this is a preview. We're going to load out the series in a video format. We're going to go 100 to 91. We're going to go 90 to 81. We're going to go 80 to 71. And we're going to march that down all the way till we get down to our top 20 and our top 10. I got to do research. I got to let everything clear out. Once the smoke clear, we're going to have our top 100 and we're going to launch accordingly. I'll see y'all this weekend for the Hall of Fame weekend. Y'all keep y'all brush moving. This nigga Bebo.
Yiddies, yiddies.
Man, if you didn't read that last comment, I was gonna start commenting crazy shit.
But as you said, I had big thighs.
Yeah, but you seen it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. What the fuck be making you type shit like that, dude?
My imagination. Maybe I'm imagining your. All right, I'm out of here, bro.
Bro, what is you on, bro? Pause. That's pause, cause Reese the bro for real. Pause. That's pause. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta pause that. That was crazy, Reese.